Did teachers not tell you anything about today's class? Do you have any idea what will we do today?
No. Teacher didn't.
I just heard from teachers know that he will be late, so I will introduce myself. My name is Kinga, Teacher Kinga, but you can call me Teacher King if that's easier to pronounce. Have any idea about the topic? Any guess what will we talk about today?
Maybe.
Yes. What kind of skill do you need to really understand what's happening in real life?
Reading.
Thinking. Slideshow. Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, thank you. So,
Yes.
reading and writing skills, but first, most important, we are talking about critical thinking. Critical thinking has many different skills that it contains. What do you think the first picture symbolizes? What kind of skill within critical thinking?
Maybe researching.
Yes, researching, really good. What do you think about the second picture?
Thinking.
Thinking. And what does this mark means in the light bulb? What kind of symbol is inside the light bulb? That's
Ideas.
Yes, ideas, and that's a question mark. So it's really important that you are making questions inside your head while you are reading that information that you are trying to understand. You have to make questions inside your head while reading. What do you think the third picture symbolizes?
Opening your mind.
Opening your mind. Do you know any vocabulary with open and mind together?
Open-minded.
Open-minded, really good. Last one.
The last one. Writing.
Thing. You should concentrate on the check mark and the X. What does that mean? When you have a piece of paper with information and you can decide if something is correct, check mark, or something is not correct, what are you doing?
Checking. Something.
Checking, yes. Teachers are doing this, is evaluating. It means when you are writing, for example, a test paper and teachers are deciding if your answer is correct or not correct, they are evaluating your answers. So it means you are deciding if something is correct or not correct, evaluate. There are some vocabulary that you need to know before you read the article I brought for you today. Okay. So we have 3 categories. First one is noun and adjective. Is there any word from the third column that you have already encountered with, or are these completely new vocabulary? Has any one of you ever heard dissemination?
I haven't heard that.
Haven't?
I have.
Yes, what does it mean?
It means like spreading information and ideas.
Yes, really good. So it's a noun, it's the information, it's like the fact that the information has been spread. Okay, what does hoax mean? You can see the picture under, it's a hoax. What do you think based on the picture it can mean?
A hawk is like deliberate exhibition intended to the attack or maybe
Okay. Okay, you can. Actually, this time it will mean that it's a fake news. So, for example, when all over social media you can hear that pigeons, like the birds, are actually not real birds, but they are some kind of machines that help the government spy on us. That's fake news, hoax. Okay? What do you mean? What do you think prevalent means? It's an adjective. Every vocabulary is the same topic, critical thinking, and it's similar to dissemination, but an adjective.
I think it means something it's common or happens often.
Almost, it means widely spread. So while dissemination is the noun version, the fact that something is widely spread, you use prevalent for the same thing but as an adjective. Okay, so this also means that something is widely spread. A lot of people are talking about a topic because you can read it, for example, on social media, and it gets to a lot of people who sees the same information. Okay, reason judgment. What can that be? Reason judgment. What does judgment mean?
Reason judgment is a decision to make like using logos and
Yes,
evidence.
that's correct. So you are judging something based on reasons, not emotions. You have a lot of reasons for making that judgment. What about credible source?
It's like information, like a source of information that is trustable.
Yes, trustable. That's a really good
It
word.
is correct.
That's correct. Active listening, Jason.
Uh,
What do you mean to listen? What are you doing when you listen to someone?
Um, uh,
uh,
They are talking and you,
Pay attention.
yes, listening is only hearing. When you are active listener, that means that you're not just hearing what they are talking about, but you also think about the same topic. So you already try to form your own opinion about the topic, not just listening. When you're ready for the reading?
I'm ready for the
I
reading.
think I'm ready for the reading.
Before we start the reading, in my personal opinion and experience, it is really important to read the questions first before you even start reading your article, because this way, when you are reading the article, your brain can already try to find the answers. So there will be 6 questions. The first question, Hannah, can you please read the first question?
What's the critical thinking?
Okay.
Sorry, what is?
Second question, Jason.
why are critical thinking skills important in the digital age?
Okay. Third question, Tete.
What is one significant challenge in the digital age mentioned in the text?
Okay. Question number 4, Hannah.
How does critical thinking help in academic success?
Success. Question number 5, Jason.
What is one practical way to develop critical thinking skills as mentioned in the text?
Okay. Who read the first question? Hannah, right? Or Jason? Who read the first question?
Hannah did.
Okay. Can you answer it? The first, second, third, or fourth answer is the correct one in your opinion?
The first one, teacher.
First one, okay. Next one. Why are critical thinking skills important in the digital age? Which one?
Uh,
Right?
Mission.
I like
Wait.
the second one, teacher.
The second one. Jason, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
To do
I will click. Next one. What is one significant challenge in the digital age mentioned in the
mission in
text?
the proliferation of misinformation and fake news.
The second
The
one.
second one,
Second
teacher.
one.
Okay. First question. Tete, do you have any idea? How does critical thinking help in academic success?
I think it's number one.
Number one. Everyone agrees with her.
Wait. What is good? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
One. Okay, that's not correct. Why?
This is the hard one.
Oh, no, teacher. I think it's number three.
Number three, yes. Why? Because when you memorize some information, that means you're not thinking. You're just memorizing what's written there and you accept that that's true. But when you have the ability to think about your subject, your assignments, and your research, discern, we already talked about it. What does that mean? Discern.
Communications and communication skills.
Discern was when you recognize something. So, when you have a discerning eyes, you recognize parts of the assignment and the research that are true or not true. Okay, next one. Also have writing exercise for you. It's a really short writing exercise, so don't be intimidated. It's basically that you have to write three questions. Three questions about what you should think about when you read the following article. Can someone read the article for us?
Me.
Okay, if you want to. Thank you.
The COVID-19 pandemic, also known as a coronavirus pandemic and COVID pandemic, caused by acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, SARS, CoV.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to read that in the brackets. I don't mind. It's difficult.
begun with an outbreak of COVID-19 in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Therefore, people in Asia descent all around the world at least partly responsible for COVID-19.
Okay, so severe, that means that it's really serious. So it means that acute syndrome is really serious, really dangerous for your health. Hi, new student. Do you want to introduce yourself before we start the writing exercise?
Me.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My name is Fine, I guess. And I'm a teacher's notes student.
Which grade are you in?
I'm in the same year as them.
Okay. We were talking about critical thinking. Can someone tell Wine? Can someone tell her that what is critical thinking?
Critical thinking is the ability to analyze, evaluate, and synthesize information objectively and systematically.
Yes. Jason, do you know any vocabulary related to critical thinking that might be useful for Vine?
The word?
Any vocabulary that we talked about. Can you explain any of the vocabulary? Do you remember any new words that we talked about?
Whore.
Hoax?
Yeah, hoax is the fake news that that is launched by someone that is not real news.
Yes, not real news. Can anyone tell me what is credible resource?
It means it's a trustable resource.
Okay, and what is discern?
Sorry?
Discern. No?
To recognize something.
Recognize something.
Or
Okay.
to recognize something.
So we have this article line about COVID-19, which says that this COVID-19 pandemic was originally from China, because the outbreak, the first place where anyone find COVID-19 was in China. So the article says, because it is from China, everyone all around the world, in America, in Canada, in Europe, if you are Asian or partly Asian, that means it's also your responsibility or fault that COVID-19 happened. So for example, you are living in the USA, you are Asian, like for example Chinese, but you have never been to China. You are Chinese, but you never been to China. However, it doesn't matter that you've never been to China, because you're Chinese. Part of the responsibility that everyone is getting sick is yours. You have to write down 3 questions that you have to think through when you are making a judgment whether this news is a fake news or true news. Okay? Anyone has any question about what do you need to do?
No, I have not.
Okay, good job. You have 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.